Welcome to Everything Pro Wrestling. Everything Pro Wrestling is a show by the fans for the fans. I am your host, Conrad Cushman, and today we are going to talk about 3-hour Monday Night Raws. Yes, I definitely hate 3-hour Raws going into it. From the business aspect of it, I do understand why Raw is 3 hours, but at the same token, 3-hour Raws are hurting WWE's audience. And I wanted to talk about that today and get some feedback from everyone about the videos. I need people to subscribe to the channel. We're getting close to that 100 subscriber mark. Let's also leave a like on the video, and I want some comments down below. Tell me what you think could make Raw more bearable, what you think could be done to improve Monday Night Raw, and I'll try to bring you guys some news aspects of this and get right into it here today. Not a great past 2 weeks for WWE as far as their audience goes, going up against the NBA playoffs, basically. The sitting through of a 3-hour Raw doesn't seem pleasant at all. I used to look forward to Monday Night Raw during the Attitude Era, Ruthless Aggression era. I used to look forward to coming home and watching Raw after whatever it was, a basketball practice, a hard day at school, just dealing with some garbage that I didn't want to deal with in life. And Raw was always there and enjoyable for me. Now I feel like Monday Night Raw is semi a chore to watch, and I spend half my time on my smartphone or on social media because some of the stuff I'm like, this is irrelevant. None of this is going to matter because they're going to do what they want to do anyway. There are moments where Raw is good, and there usually are moments where Raw is the doldrum stuff. Ever since the post-WrestleMania crowd, I feel like Monday Night Raw has been hurting real bad. The first week or two after, everything's ramped up. Different things are happening. You got returns, maybe some title changes happen, whatever it is. Something is gauging the people and holding their interest for a little bit. But once you start getting into the next month's pay-per-view, like we're getting into Backlash right now for SmackDown, the crowd is starting to die out a little bit from that WrestleMania fever that they had. It's kind of like the Hardy Boys. Like, their reaction started off great, and each week it's slowly dwindling down a little bit because the nostalgia is starting to wear off. Same thing with the post-WrestleMania reactions. The NBA playoffs are having an impact on that, I believe. The NHL playoffs, same thing. I think fans are drifting away to watch some of this. But even in past years, they were always able to maintain it. So what is the main problem of this? We'll get into that towards the end here. But let's look at Raw's ratings for this week, for what it looks like from that London show from the UK, from the O2 Arena. We have a 2.827 was the first hour. Okay. The next hour was 2.845. Not bad. It went up a little bit, a smidge. But then that third hour, the one that hurts the most, that's hard to keep people viewing, is the 2.417. People don't want to stick around for that third hour, it seems like. It seems like that's where they take the biggest hit always, no matter who they put in the main event or what they put in the main event. Something's going to take a hit, and it's that hour usually for that viewership. There's nothing good about 3-hour Raws that you can do. You can put on good shows every week, but you're not going to be able to maintain that with 3-hour Raws. This is the same thing as when Nitro went to 3 hours. You're going to have these problems of being able to keep up or entertain someone for 3 hours. I think an hour and a half, which is a 2-hour show, an hour and a half production of wrestling, perfect time frame. You don't give them too much, you don't give them too little. Save the 3 hours for the pay-per-views because that's what makes those feel special. Raw is hurting really, really bad right now because of this. And I think they're heading down a bad path. I don't care what anybody says about the whole social media and all that other stuff. That's fine. Find a way to track that too then. But when you look at it from this standpoint, they're not watching your main product. You put it on the network and you're still getting these same views. What happens then? Yes, you're charging people $10 a month, but then what are you going to raise it up? What are you going to do from there? Is that really going to make people want to spend the money? I would say not. So WWE has to figure out how to get these shows back to 2 hours. I don't know how much longer they're stuck in this 3-hour time slot, but immediately going back to 2 hours, I don't care if you have to do it storyline-wise whether Bray Wyatt wins a match finally and he can say, I want Raw to go back to 2 hours and change some things around. I don't care what you have to do. But this show can no longer remain 3 hours. It is hurting the audience way too much. This show 15 years ago was getting like a 6.1. How did we get to the point where we're getting 2.8s and 2.4s? I don't know. It's just sad to see WWE in this state. And I feel like they're resting on their laurels, and Impact's not doing anything to help that, and neither is Ring of Honor at this point. I mean, they're just trying to survive, but we got to get some competition here. We need something to get Vince McMahon hyped up and make him want to produce a great show again. My question to you guys will be this. What do you want from a 3-hour Raw, or what could WWE do to make Raw more tolerable again? Leave it down below. I want to hear from everybody, whether it's shaking up creative, doing XYZ, whatever you guys think. I don't want to influence it. I want to interact with each of you on those when you put it in the comment section down below. Other than that, guys, make sure you follow us on Twitter at EPW Show. We have a Facebook group. Just type in Everything Pro Wrestling Group. We pop up. It is a closed group. If you guys want to join it, just let me know, and as soon as I see it, I'll approve it. Other than that, guys, that's all I have for you today. If you got an idea for the next video, send me a tweet or a message, and I thank you guys. We are out.